This is JM2 with USA Crypto Group, and today we're going to be covering the project Demetra, the end-all be-all for wallet recovery in the crypto space, solving the what-if scenario where lost tokens are no more. So today I'm going to be talking with Sarv and his associate, and they're going to be going over their project. So first we'd like to start with, what made you guys think of this concept, and how did you start forming the team?
Okay, let me say hi again and introduce myself. I'm Saber, co-founder of Demetra, and I have Fabi here with me. Fabi is also co-founder.
Hi, I'm Fabi. Thanks for having us here.
Yes, and we are really excited about this AMA. Okay, let me explain some about our project. We are like 10 years. We were 10 years in Web2 development, and we came into the Web3 space like 2 years, and we realized that there is real remarkable concern about losing crypto assets due to losing access to wallets or losing key phrases or losing someone. The asset will be there and will be locked forever. And basically, if there will be no solution for this, all of the crypto asset will be locked after years and years because losing access to those wallets. And this is a really remarkable concern. In my opinion, it's a really big problem in crypto adoption, in my opinion. So we looked for a real practical solution, and hopefully we got that. With Inheritance Protocol is the name of smart contract we are providing that is doing this incredible thing. Inheritance Protocol, you can designate any wallet addresses as your backup wallet. And if you lose access to your wallet, you can withdraw your asset with your backup wallet right from your old wallet. And it means that there is no need to transfer asset to our smart contract or lock it anywhere, and there is no need for special permissions also. You just need to assign your backup wallet, and that's it. It's really simple. And in another case, you can have a wheel for your tokens. It means that you can assign any wallet address from the same network as your beneficiaries, assign share for them, assign NFTs, assign your NFTs to your beneficiaries, and if you lose your access to your wallet or something else, they can withdraw their shares and their inheritance right from your wallet. And yes, that's it about our project.
Yeah, about the project, we are providing two different services with one inheritance protocol. And those services is backup wallet and making a will or testament. And all is decentralized and on-chain. And no other project will be providing this kind of services. And this is the first of a kind,
Yes.
fully on-chain, without any saving any data on centralized databases or something like that. Everything will be saved on the smart contract, and you can, exactly. You can withdraw from your backup wallet all the tokens and NFTs you have.
Yeah. Any question about that?
I did have a couple.
Yeah.
So with that, what you're saying is basically you're creating one wallet and then you transfer the data of all the other wallets. So there's one passcode, one passphrase for ultimate access on your token, essentially, correct?
No, this will not be like that. Our platform will not be a wallet. If you are using MetaMask, you're using any wallet, you can just come to our platform, connect your wallet, and designate your backup wallet, assign your backup wallet, which can be the same wallet in your MetaMask. I don't mean the same address. I just mean the same network. You can assign any BSC wallet address as your backup wallet.
Okay, so I know you were saying that, Farby was saying that there was zero knowledge. So that means that you guys don't have access to the passwords or the passphrases. So how does the member go in there to set their password so they can transfer that data to the trustee or the person that's going to be receiving it if someone were to pass away?
The interesting part is that you don't need a password for using the platform. You just connect with your wallet. It's a Web3 platform. It's and the app doesn't need any password. You just connect with your backup wallet, and you will see the shares, and your tokens and NFTs on your the previous wallet, and you can withdraw from that. You don't need to share any private keys or any seed phrase or any password with us or with the platform or with anyone else.
Yeah, and basically, if you want to know how inheritance protocol works, basically the user registering to inheritance protocol is giving some access to their assets, giving these access to inheritance protocol smart contract, and if conditions matches, they can the backup wallet can withdraw through inheritance protocol from their wallet. So there will be no password, no anything like password. If you connect your wallet, it means you have access to that wallet and you are the right person.
Yeah, no, I understand that part. I'm just making sure the community understands that they're not going to have to divulge extra information. But the big thing that I'm trying to figure out, so I understand from your protocol that you input the people that you would like to become the beneficiaries, which is a really cool idea. I think that's pretty smart. But my question with that is, how do you verify that the beneficiaries are legitimate and that those are the correct people that are to be receiving the funds?
Yeah, that's the cool stuff of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. We are seeing metaverses and relationships in there. If someone is friend with someone else in metaverse, it doesn't mean that they're friend actually in physical world. So the relations in cryptos are just based on addresses. We know a person based on their addresses in blockchain space. If you come and say that this address is my beneficiary, that's enough for us. It's not mandatory to just have your family on your wheel. You can assign any valid address in your wheel.
I want to describe the platform and how does it work exactly, because you mentioned the beneficiaries and assigning of that. On the platform, for making a will or testament, and it's fully decentralized, The first step is assigning beneficiaries with their address, title, and their share. So any of the beneficiaries will be known by their address, and obviously it's your will and your testament. So you can assign anyone as your beneficiary by their address, and after the death, they can, your beneficiaries actually can withdraw from their wallet, from your wallet by their wallet, and the share that you described there, that you mentioned there, is the number of shares of 100% of tokens that you added to your will, and that percentage can be withdrawn from your by your beneficiaries. After assigning beneficiaries, you will add tokens to your will. By adding tokens, you will be sure that these tokens that you are adding are in your will, and your beneficiaries can withdraw only from those tokens, not all of your wallet. So you have this option that add any token that you want. For example, if you have BNB, if you have DMT, if you have cake or other tokens, you can select a number of tokens you want and add them to the wheel, and then assign NFTs.
Next step.
Yeah, the next step is assigning the NFTs to your beneficiaries. Any of your beneficiaries can heritage from your will and your NFTs, and you can assign any NFT to one of your beneficiaries. After assigning NFTs, the last step will be the checking and submitting your will or testament. And the check-in is the time that you set that you will come back to the platform and check in and say that you're alive. So the platform know that this wallet is accessible and you're alive, and your beneficiaries cannot withdraw on that time. But if you don't come back and check in, your beneficiaries can come to the platform and withdraw their shares.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the timeline that you guys have established for someone who doesn't respond, or let's say someone goes on a vacation for a month? Is that going to trigger the beneficiary withdrawal, or what's your parameter to make sure that people don't accidentally have their money sent to the beneficiaries when it's not time to?
As Fabi said, it's based on a check-in series. The time will be 6 months or 12 months, but we will test it first on the testnet, and we will gather the feedbacks from the users. But we think it's 6 months and 12 months. They are good. They're good periods.
It's the right time that they can come back and check in, and it's 2 times a year. So
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then to kind of hit the same question from a different angle, what trusted and verified entities do you guys that handle the wills? Are you guys using templates online, or how is the person able to set up a will? What are you using that's legally verified and binding that will support the member's request upon death, or if they lose something?
Yeah, all the process will be done on the smart contract, and we will be give both smart contract, the inheritance protocol smart contract and DMT token smart contract will be given for the audit after private sale, and after that we will launch the platform on the mainnet. But before that, we will launch the smart contract on testnet for beta testing. And right now it's on alpha testing. After some days, we will share a video on how it works and get the community know how it works. And they can, we will share the address that they can use the platform and give us the feedback. So until then, yeah.
And your question pushes me to tell you another thing about our project, another cool stuff about our project, that is, if you want to go through legal stuff for your inheritance and your crypto stuff, your crypto assets for inheritance, you should go through legal stuff. And in most of the country, it has lots of taxes on crypto asset. But with our solution, there's no need for legal stuff. It's the mean of decentralization and using smart contracts that you as a person is enough to transact with the service. You just have to assign your beneficiaries, input in the inheritance protocol, a smart contract, and it's all done. There's no legal stuff and there's no taxes in time of withdrawal.
Yeah, and we have our D app, and we will launch soon.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, because there's a lot of moving pieces in here. Like I said, I really like the concept. It's very interesting, but within the blockchain, everything is an open source code. So with that, how do you guys get someone's wallet to not show, because you're saying you want it to be decentralized, but when you do a transfer from one wallet to another, usually it's tied to a bank account. Do you guys have any way to break that chain where you're bypassing those death gratuity taxes and things like that in the other countries? Or what are you guys doing that's different to prevent your members from getting extra taxes?
I really didn't get what you mean, because when you have transaction in blockchain, it has nothing to do with banks. If you want to withdraw your tokens, or if you want to exchange them with USD or any other fiat currencies, yes, you have to work with exchanges or banks, but it's the native nature of the cryptos right now. There is no other way to exchange cryptos with fiat. If I got you right.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what your take is on that. So I did have a couple questions. You did bring up the testnet and the mainnet, and you're saying it's currently ongoing testing, and you're waiting for community feedback. So when do you think you'll have your fully functioning system? What's the timeline for that?
Yeah, we published the timeline on roadmap. After the public sale, we will launch on mainnet. Basically, our public sale will be the public launch. After the public sale, the platform will be launched on mainnet. And before that, after the private sale, we will have the inheritance protocol and the platform fully functional on testnet.
Okay. So on launch, everything is going to be 100% good to go, fully tested? I'm just trying to make sure I understood that correctly.
Yes, exactly. The testnet is the thing lots of projects is not doing right now. But because we are the first of our kind, we are not a copy project, not a meme coin, we have to hesitate about these things, and we will launch testnet first. We will gather feedbacks, we will do possible improvements, and we will launch alpha version after public sale.
Perfect. Yeah, I like that. I think it's very important for a project, especially a utility one, to come out swinging, because if you don't have the utility, especially in the BSC network, then it's kind of like it's a punch in the face for the project. They're not going to really catch on. So I think it's very important for you guys. I did have a question on your roadmap. It does say ETH support. What does that mean? Are you guys planning on launching on the ETH network as well as BSC, or is there something else going on with that?
Yes, exactly. Ethereum and Avalanche as well.
All EVM.
Yeah, and all EVM compatible blockchains. But we think that Ethereum is the first after the BSC launch, and Avalanche will be the second after the Ethereum launch.
Okay, so how will that affect the token supply? Will you have different amounts for different blockchains, or are you going to separate the tokens and have the same dollar amount with the same token supply, where it increases scarcity because you have multiple people from different angles hitting the same token?
Yes, as you know, bridges has lots of flaws right now, so we don't want to use bridges. And as for this, we should have another token on Ethereum to work with inheritance protocol on Ethereum. So we will have another token on Ethereum, but we may not have any sales for that. We just will allocate some of that token for BSC holders.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess to kind of go back on your inheritance protocol and your recipients, how much do they have to hold of your token to be able to receive their benefit?
It's not assigned right now, and we will open the platform with no fees and no holding amounts for the start. And after that, it will be not a really huge amount. We want to make it based on the transactions, based on the inheritage amount they are withdrawing. But for now, it will be not more than $200, 200 USDT worth of our token or something.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty reasonable. I just wasn't sure. I didn't see a dollar amount on the white paper, so I wanted to make sure that we hit that. So also, again, with the protocol, so why would you say that the inheritance protocol would be a better suited method than using a hard wallet and maybe using a safety deposit box? Can you explain why you think that your system's better?
About hardware wallet, you can lose your hardware wallet. It's simple. And if you lose your hardware wallet, you can withdraw all of your assets through your backup wallet. You can have a backup wallet and keep it safe in your home, and you can have another wallet, and you can feel free to even lose them.
I just want to mention something here. I think maybe you may some about the inheritance protocol. Inheritance protocol is a service; it's not a wallet.
Yes.
And it's a service that you can assign a backup wallet for your wallet, or assign a beneficiaries and have a will for your wallet.
Yeah.
And it's not a wallet, it's not a hardware wallet or any other kind of wallet. You can create a wallet on any wallet supporting apps or hardware wallet or something like that, and you can create another wallet for your backup, and you can assign that another wallet to your backup wallet on the inheritance protocol. It's not a wallet.
Yes.
I understand it's not a wallet. I'm just trying to get you guys to really explain why your process or your system's better. So I just want you to talk to it. I understand it's not a wallet, but it's a system that backs up the wallets that you do have. Because I said, I like the concept, but I just want people to understand what the difference is and why yours is potentially better. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah, as you know, in cryptocurrencies, it's not like banks that if you lose your password, you lose your access, you lose your card or anything else. In banking system, you can go to the bank and show your ID verifications, and they will give you the new password. But in cryptocurrencies and in blockchain, there is no centralization. There is no central office for doing that. No one can recover your wallet if you lose your private keys. No one. It's not possible right now in cryptos, but we are making it possible with a really practical solution. You can assign a backup wallet for your wallet, and if you lose your access to your wallet and you lose your private keys, you can withdraw all the assets, all tokens, and all the NFTs from your backup wallet right from your old wallet, your lost wallet. It means that there is no need. As you have your wallet right now, all of your assets are liquid. You can transfer them, you can trade them, everything else. But if you lose access to that wallet, you can withdraw through inheritance protocol right from your wallet.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the explanation I was looking for. So sorry going roundabout with it, but that was perfect. So let's talk about your guys' governance and what voting for your holders means. And can you explain how people earn their voting position within your project?
Yeah, it's a really good question because lots of projects right now don't have governance and they even don't talk about that, but we will have the governance as means of decentralization with our project. When all the functionalities goes live on our project and when we support it, when we launch on it, after that the project literally will be completed, and after that other changes and other improvements on our project will be decided by the vote of the governance, and the voting power will be DMT token. DMT token holdings will be the user's voting power. For example, if we want to launch on Solana, if we want to launch on another blockchains, we will have polls on our governance. We will do voting on that, and we will just do as the governance vote.
And also for DMT token. Yes. And the percentage of taxes, we will share it with the governance, and we will get their votes for that.
Yeah, the percentage of the taxes on our token smart contract are changeable, and we just change them with the vote of the governance.
I definitely think it's important. That's a very good thing on your guys' side to get the community involvement to see which way they want the project to go. You guys provide the baseline and the general direction, and they get to, I guess, help your project expand and grow word of mouth, and then really get the word out for you guys. So that's a really cool idea. And I think it's a pretty clever way to get people to hold on to their tokens so they feel that they have a say with what's going on.
Yeah, and I want to talk about our sales and our tokenomics, which they are changed right now, and we are just waiting for confirmation from MoveForce specialists, and they are all changed. Our white paper will be updated soon after Moonforce confirmation. Our tokenomics changed because our vesting changed.
We got some feedback from our investors that they are not very happy with our long-term vesting plans, so we decided to change the tokenomics.
Yeah, and we now have just 1 month vesting
For the pre-sale.
for the private sale.
Yeah, that's perfect. I was going to talk about that next because the original one was pretty substantial, the 2 years and then the 1 year. So I'm really happy to hear you saying that. So with the 1 month for you said the private sale, how does that work? What's the breakdown within that month time frame?
It's actually 15 days, not 1 month, sorry. The vesting for the pre-sale will be 1 month. For the private sale, you will get 15% of the tokens on launch after the public sale, and 15% after 15 days. And should I talk about our private sale and criteria right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely want to hear what the percentage discounts are as well.
Okay, the private sale rate will be 2.5 million per BNBs, and the minimum participation will be 0.5 BNBs, and maximum participation per address will be 20 BNBs. And addresses contributing more than 10 BNB in private sale will be exempted from paying any DMT token transaction taxes, and it will be very interesting. It's just for the private sale. We will not have any whitelisting like this after that, and I would say maybe never. And it's really good for contributing in private sale because the rate is really low right now. It's 3.5 million per BNBs, and it will go to 2.1 million per BNB on pre-sale and 1.2 million on public sale. So if you contribute more than 10 BNB, you should not pay 10% transaction taxes on DMT token, and your address will be whitelisted, will be exempted from paying any DMT token transaction taxes.
Okay, perfect. So the tax deferment, I guess we can call it. So that's only for private sale now, because originally it had it for pre-sale and public sale as well if you spend 10 BNB or more. So that's only going to be for private sale as a benefit?
Yeah, and the rate is really low. Rate is really high.
Public sale.
Yeah. Public sale will be 1.2 million per BNB, and it is 3.5 million per BNB in private sale. So this is a really discount in this stage.
No, I definitely agree that that's really good. And like I said, I'm really happy that you guys said you talked to the investors in the private sale and changed the vesting periods. I think that's a lot more reasonable. So with 15 days for the private sale, and then how is pre-sale going to work with vesting?
Pre-sale will be on Moonforce platform. We will sell 10% of total supply of DMT tokens on Moonforce as our pre-sale. The rate will be 2.1 million per BNBs, and the criteria about minimum or maximum contribution will be based on the Moonforce platform. The vesting of the pre-sale tokens, you will get 50% of your binds, your tokens on launch after public sale, and 50% after 1 month. So pre-sale has more vesting than private sale, and the rate is a little higher, 2.1 million. Yeah, it will be more expensive to buy. And it will be on Moonforce Launchpad with lots of whitelisted addresses from Moonforce. So it will be very hard to participate, I think.
Yeah, it seems like their platform's got a lot of hype. So like you said, you're going to have to really adjust your gas fees to get in on that one. So that one's supposed to be slated for 400 to 600 BNB, the soft cap of 400 and 600 for the hard cap, correct?
No, the caps and tokenomics change, and the caps also changed. And we will update these data, I can tell you right now, but we will update this data on our white paper very, very soon. We are just waiting for Moonforce confirmation. The soft cap, let me tell for private sale first. The soft cap will be 150 BNBs. And hard cap will be 300 BNBs for the private sale. And for the pre-sale that you're asking, the soft cap will be 700 BNBs and hard cap will be 1,000 BNBs.
Okay, so with that, what's going to be your market cap on launch?
Our market cap, fully diluted market cap on launch will be 2,000 BNBs. No, 20,000. Sorry, 20,000 BNBs.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And
then the 5% of the airdrop, what's that going to? And is that only for private sale?
Yes, we have our airdrop form. It's open now. Everyone can participate, can fill out our airdrop form. We will airdrop 5% of allocation of total supply of DMT token to participants. And yeah, that's it. I will share the link right here, right now. Okay, I just shared the link of our airdrop form here. The airdrop distribution will be after our public launch on PySwap.
Perfect. Okay, and then for that, it was saying that you're going to have 90% of the liquidity added to DMT and BNB on PySwap. So what does that mean for the investor? Can you explain that?
Yes, let me explain some about PySwap and Swap 2.0 technology, which they are the first swap that providing Swap 2.0 technology. As you see, there are lots of tokens right now that are adopted with taxes, with transaction fees on their tokens. So if you check the transaction of that tokens on other swaps, on the swaps we have right now, you will see lots of sell transaction because of having auto liquidity on their tokens, or for another situations, for another tax buckets, you will see lots of sell transactions. But in SWAP 2.0 technology, there will be no sell from the token smart contract. They will go to the router smart contract, and when we want to add liquidity from our tax buckets, the taxes will be gathered as BNB on SWAP 2.0 technologies. So, for example, when we want to add liquidity, we have to buy some of our tokens to add to our liquidity instead of selling some tokens in the older swaps. On the older swaps, all the taxes will be gathered as a base token, for example, as DMT token. And when we want to add liquidity, we have to sell half of that tokens and pair them and add to their liquidity. But with SWAP 2.0 technology, we will buy so it will just generate more buy pressure for our token. So that's why we are adding 90% of our liquidity on PiSwap, which is the first SWAP 2.0 swap out there from Dev Team 6 and Moonforce, and 10% on PancakeSwap just to be tradable on PancakeSwap as well. And let me explain some about our tokens.
I want to mention something else about SWAP 2.0, that all the users also, when they transact on SWAP 2.0, they will get the reflection and the taxes will be gathered on BNB. The staking also will be rewarded by the BNB, not the DMT. So this will be good for the users and investors also.
Yes, I wanted to explain this. Our token is the first token that will work both with the both systems. I mean, if someone have transaction on PancakeSwap, we will gather the taxes on base token, and if we will have transaction on PiSwap or other SWAP 2.0 routers, we will gather the taxes as BNB. So it's the first token that works in the both scenarios.
Yeah, I think that's great. I know a lot of people aren't used to that kind of launch platform. So basically what you're saying is there's no contract sell-offs of the native token, so you don't have those massive hits on your chart when it sells off to pay the reward distribution, because you've made that liquidity pool and it goes against the BNB. So investors get nothing but an upside bonus from that because they're not taking a decreased value in their token. So that's a really cool idea, and I think that's something that definitely plays into your project and makes it a more buy for investors.
The holders will also receive rewards in BNBs and in tokens both. They will receive rewards in DMT tokens from transactions on PancakeSwap, and in other transactions, for example, transfers from wallet to another wallet, they will receive reflection reward from that, which means DMT token reward. And they will receive also BNB reward from any swap occurring on SWAP 2.0 technology. So this is the really cool feature of our token, that the holders will receive reward from both technologies, both routers.
Yeah, definitely. So how does that work though? When the members are receiving those rewards from both, does that show in the contract is coming from two different areas, or is it just one thing that builds up and then it releases once it hits a certain level?
The BNB reward, yes, will be collected, and if it reaches a certain level, will be distributed to the holders. But the DMT token, the reflection reward, is updating automatically on their balances, on holder balances on their wallet. There's no need to stake their tokens in order to receive rewards. It means they have not to lock their tokens anywhere, doing any extra transactions. They will receive their reward right on their wallets, and their balance will go higher and higher by the time.
Yeah, I think that's very smart. So what other things do you guys have to keep your investors invested in the project, especially right now with a down market? What are your strategies coming ahead for that?
The first thing is that our project is really needed in the space, and our token have real use case in our project. It's a utility token. It's not a meme token. I think if someone look at our project and take a look at our white paper and our concept, we'll realize soon that all of the crypto activists will need our service, our project. So our token will be needed, and will have much demand over time. Another thing I want to mention, I just forgot about our token. Yes, it's our utility. Investors are buying right now in really cheap price, and when the platform goes mainstream, goes into the media, when someone want to register or want to withdraw from our platform, they have to hold some amount of DMT tokens. So demand of DMT token will go higher and higher over time.
Yes, and the utility, as Saber said, is exactly the interesting part of the project. And the utility of inheritance protocol and Demetra and DMT token is like insurance. If the price of houses or cars or something like that is going down, you don't say that I don't need any insurance for that. You have to do that. And this utility also is something that is needed in this space, and it's needed on all the networks. And so all the people using cryptocurrencies have some assets and some NFTs or tokens will come to our platform to have a wheel or backup wallet, and we'll do that because some days will go down, some days will go up. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Do you guys think you'll be releasing something on your DApp that has the valuation of your portfolio in there as well, or what are your plans for that?
The valuation of portfolio right now based on several things, because we have NFTs. NFTs have not a real price. We can calculate the floor price for NFTs, but our platform is not about showing you your portfolio right now. It's just about backupping your wallet. You can see your balances and your tokens, your NFTs in our platform, because you have to assign them in your wheel or your backup wallet. But no, there will be no place for such a portfolio showing in a platform.
But for having a will or testament, you will see your will after setting up your will and submit it to the smart contract. You will see your will.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's important to kind of have that, so that way your beneficiaries know what's going on. And like you said, I like the fact that you can connect multiple wallets to the smart contract, and it automatically releases the lost assets that you have. I personally lost accounts with money in it, so I know it's extremely frustrating. And the concept you guys are bringing to the table is very special. So, kudos to you guys on thinking the idea. I think that's about it for the questions. I know we have a couple people here that have questions on the contract, but I'll let them get on VC and ask those questions, and then I'll look in the announcement channel for people that prefer typing.
Yeah, sure. We are really excited about the questions. I can't wait to hear them.
So I got a question on how exactly you facilitate the transfer of a wallet to a beneficiary. Is it essentially like what somebody's setting up is they're importing their wallet, but not actually giving you their wallet to the contract, and then you guys have somewhat of a custody of it to where you can transfer it to the beneficiary, but not actually get into it and see or control the assets?
No, there is no need to submit your private keys or input your private keys to our platform. You just connect your wallet to our platform like any other dApps. There is no special permission needed. We will not gather your recovery phrases, your private keys, or anything special about your wallet. You just connect your wallet like all the dApps, and you will see the steps for having a will or having a backup wallet.
Okay, I'm just kind of confused. Without having any custody, how does it transfer to somebody else in the first place? Maybe I just heard it wrong. I don't know.
This is the genius of our project. This is the secret sauce. Yeah, this is the main thing that will make our project very brilliant and very genius, and we are really standing on it.
I got it. So I guess without divulging what the secret sauce is, essentially what you're saying is somehow you have an affiliation with the wallet where we don't even have to trust you because you can't actually access it, but you can pass on access to the beneficiary somehow?
Exactly. And you just need to trust the smart contract, which will be audited by Certic or Solidity. It's like using all other dApps. You just need to trust the smart contract.
Got it. So there's going to be limitations in the contract to where it is decentralized and automated, and the dispersion of assets to beneficiaries completely is on the protocol, which none of the core members can modify or take advantage of.
Exactly like that. Even the info you are inputting in the smart contract are not visible to others. It means that no one can realize your relations from what you inputted in our smart contract.
Okay. And then the other question and concern I had with the 90% liquidity on one platform and then a 10% on the other, do you have any automated system in place to make sure that if one platform gets more trading than the other, that there's not a huge difference in price between the two, causing arbitrage to where people can take advantage and buy at one location and sell at the other and manipulate the price for their benefit?
Because we have 10% tax on our token, the arbitrage will not be really easy for arbitrager, there will be 10% for buying and 10% for selling. So there need to be 20% between two prices, between two routers. so they can arbitrage. But no, there is no automated system. But the thing I think about is that we have all of our marketing and announcement about Swap 2.0 technology, which we are focusing on it right now, and we will guide all the transactions to the Pi Swap or Swap 2.0 routers. And this will be no issue, I think.
Do we have any other questions on VC?
Yeah, I do have a question really quick. First, I think it's a great concept if you guys able to pull it off. I didn't really get the you guys experience. What makes you guys think that you guys able to implement this? Like, what kind of experience have you had prior to this project?
First of all, at this point that I'm talking now, we are not thinking that we can make it. We made it. We got the solution. We tested. Everything is fine. We are just testing some details, and we are adding some features to it. It's just about that. And I mentioned from the first of this AMA that when we came up to the Web3 development like 2 years ago, let me tell you that we could have a copy project, a meme token. We could create that in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. But we really look for a brilliant project to work on, and a project that really benefit the space, benefit the crypto adoption, crypto space. So the concern is really clear in the space, but I know you have concern about the solutions, and you think that you don't know the team and how they are actually doing it. But the good news is that we got the solution. We will show you really, really soon. We will have a video of it and share it in our community, and we will launch it on the testnet. About our experiences, I mentioned in the first of the AMA, we both were Web2 developers for like 10, 12 years. We have lots of successful Web2 projects. We will dox ourselves soon, and you can check all of our project. But for the Web3, we have lots of experiences in doing a smart contract for the customers and making projects for the customers. But honestly, we didn't want to make a copy project or a meme token, because we as developers, we know that with the copy project, everyone investing in that project, not everyone, but almost will lose their money with a copy project. But when we came up with this idea and we tested it, we made sure that it's possible. It's possible for tokens and NFTs. Yes, mate, it's possible.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate your answer. Yeah, no, it's an amazing concept. See, when I heard about the project, I didn't think that I would need it, but it's now that I know about the project, definitely something that everyone would need in the space. So great concept. Another question I have, I wasn't sure on, is that the beneficiary, how many tokens do they have to hold? I think you mentioned that you guys were not sure on that yet. Is that true? Is that right?
Yeah, no problem. It will be like $200 worth of our token. It will be not much.
Okay, so I think, with that, it's good that you have something that's fixed. Because so let's say if I want let's say my mom or my grandma, which they don't know anything about technology, about crypto, there's got to be a way for them to easily access the wallet or able to, get the money out if need be down the line. So I think having a fixed amount like that, I think that's great.
Okay. But basically, using DApps is not possible for everyone that don't know about cryptos and DApps. It's not just about our project, but our project it will be really simple. If they connect their wallet in our platform, they will just see withdraw button come up and their shares, their tokens that they can withdraw. They inherited basically. And another thing I want to mention that all of our smart contract will be audited by really good audit firms. So there will be no concern about what's happening in the smart contract.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thanks for that. That's all I have for now.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Yeah, so I had a question, just a practical application to all this, which Seattle started to touch on, is if I have a family member who knows nothing about crypto at all, is there a customer service that they can reach out to where like maybe I leave them a will with like a phone number to call or an email to message to find information on how to take the steps? Or is it still on the investor's responsibility to at least set up a baseline understanding and directions in order to get the asset beneficiary?
No. For sure, we will publish some tutorial videos about our platform as well as our community. We have a great community of 13,000 people right now in our Discord, in our Telegram, and our Twitter. We are always in there. We have like 12 or 13 moderators in there, and they can explain everything. They can answer everything around our project. And it will be very expanded after our launch because our service is a new service. We know that there will be lots of concern and questions about that. So we are ready to handle that.
Yeah, I think that's great. Go ahead, Levi. Sorry about that.
No problem. My biggest concern would be with somebody new. There's so many steps along the way that they could get scammed. And so making sure that they get to an established and legitimate source to get the help would be very instrumental in making sure this happens. Because all it takes is them going into a chat room and somebody with a doctored up name, looking like they're official but not understanding how to look up a core team member. And it could be something that might be taken advantage of. So one thing just for consideration, if you had like some kind of a customer service line, whatever form of communication you wanted established, that might be helpful to where somebody doesn't go into a Twitter or a Telegram chat or a Discord not really knowing how it operates, but then trying to get information, because there's all kinds of different clever ways that people will try to misguide them. And I think there's only so much that an investor like me could do to prepare somebody for this to happen, and then them having to go after assets that way.
Yeah, thank you for your suggestion. That's really good thing to have. I note that. I note customer service line. It's really good, and it's a certain way to call with a specialist from our project. Yeah, you're right about having a scammers. So it's a real cool idea to have a customer service line. I note that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for that great input, Levi. Yeah, definitely. So I think that's something that you guys, I think, would be, really think about, but also make sure that it's not based on the amount of token, because let's say if your project goes up, let's say 1 billion market cap, and where it will cost a beneficiary, say 5,000 just to access to the wallet or able to withdraw, the assets. I think that would be a problem as far as adoption goes. So I think having a fixed amount is very crucial, where it's not too much, even 5 years from now or 10 years from now, for a person to access and take out the assets. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You are totally right about going up the price of the DMT token. It's not fixed amount. It will be configurable through our smart contract by the vote of the governance. And also we are working on a system to have flexible holding amount based on the amount of based off the worth of the inherited assets they are withdrawing. But for the version 1 of the inheritance protocol, we will have a fixed amount with a function to change that amount with by the vote of the governance.
Yeah, if I was to, go ahead and use your platform, for me, let's say if I want to, give somebody access to some part of my assets, I have to know right off bat, like how much would it cost them to able to access and get the assets out eventually. I think that's a crucial part as far as adoptions, because if I do not know that, 5 years from now, it could cost them 10,000, 20,000 just able to get the money out. So I think as far as adoption goes, you guys really have to really think about that. But if I'm not clear on it, definitely I would use your platform.
Yeah, thank you so much. And about that cost of withdrawal, we are also hesitate about that because we really want to have everyone in our project. We really want to benefit this space. And that's just for having some buy pressure and helping our investors. The withdrawal fee and the amount of the DMT token they have to hold for the withdrawal will not be huge. It will be just some amount of DMT tokens, as I said, like $200.
Sounds great. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we quite touched on it. I know you said you have to hold 200 tokens for the recipient, but what's the input fee to use your services?
There is no registration fee. There is no registration fee on our platform, and it's free to use, free to register. And if you want to withdraw in any situation for your backup wallet or beneficiaries want to withdraw, they have to hold some amount of DMT token, and it's not 200 DMTs. It will be like $200 worth of DMT tokens.
Perfect. Yeah, that's pretty cool, offering the services like that for the people that are holding your token. So it's a really good idea.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really hope to benefit the space of the cryptos, because we know that it's a real big concern about having crypto assets, and we really provide a real practical solution. You should see that.
Actually, this is actually one of the biggest concerns that people out of crypto have it.
Yeah.
When they want to buy some cryptos, they say, if I lost it, what happened? I don't have anything physical in my hand. But with backup wallet and having testament and will, they can come into this space and use the platform easily.
Can I just throw an idea out there? It just seems to me like it would make more sense to require the person who's registering the wallet to commit the payment in DMT at the time that they register the wallet. That way, if somebody who's not crypto savvy is going to be the inheritor, they won't even have to know about DMT. You know, they won't have to know about how to go and buy crypto or how to, you know, set up their wallet. All they have to do is just have, you know, that wallet that was, you know, passed down to them. And then they can just go and not have to worry about the dynamic price of DMT and token amounts or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea in my opinion. Thank you for your idea. We can have both scenarios in time of registration. You can pay in time of your registration, or you can wait for the beneficiaries to pay that. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. Thank you for that.
Also, just another idea that I was kind of thinking about, you know, while listening to you guys talking, that you can, I mean, it wouldn't technically be appropriate to call it this way, but you could almost market it as turning your crypto account into a crypto life insurance policy for your family. If that makes sense, you know, just the sort of marketing buzz terms.
Yeah, that's also cool, but I think it's
It needs rebranding.
No, I didn't mean that. It's more public service if we say that it's a backup wallet or make a will for your assets. If we go to right now, we have some issues because lots of investors just know about the token. They look at the logo and they just look at the taxes and other things. They don't look at the project at all. So if we focus on the security part, on the security providing part, we may lose some of our investors. Not lose, we may lose attraction of some.
Okay. Yeah, my only concern was just that, you know, as soon as you start talking about inheritance, you know, there is the whole issue of like inheritance taxes, which, I mean, you don't want to end up putting yourself in a position where it looks like you're creating an outlet for people to dodge inheritance taxes, you know? Whereas just going more with the language of sort of like recoverability is definitely, you know, a lot more sort of government friendly, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I got you. I noted the word recoverability. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. It sounds like a really promising project, you guys. It sounds like you're putting something together that will actually be really genuinely useful in addressing a lot of people's concerns, especially older people, as they're, you know, potentially going to be putting, you know, great sums of their life savings into crypto, you know, to have that ability to, you know, to not even have to trust like the people who are handling the will, you know, with their seed phrases and stuff, you know.
Yes.
Exactly. The idea is coming from that actually, because even if you want to have a will with your lawyer, you have to share your seed phrase or private key with them, or even your family or any other person. So they can access your wallet at the same time. How you can be sure that they cannot access your wallet on the time that you're alive or on the time that you didn't lose your wallet and you want to use your assets? So you just come on to your wallet and you see one of your NFTs is not there. So what do?
Yeah.
You share your private key and you're responsible for that. But with this platform, you don't need to share anything. And actually the smart contract will be sure that at the time that you don't access anyone, they cannot withdraw from your wallet. So your wallet will be safe, your cryptos will be safe, your NFTs will be safe.
Yes, exactly.
I wasn't here for the entire AMA. I'm sorry to have missed a part of it, and so maybe you might have covered this idea. But is there the possibility of any kind of like a time lock, so that, you know, say if somebody has the recovery code, it's still totally inert unless the what would you call it, the donor wallet, the wallet that can be retrieved from, say, hasn't had any, you know, manual transfers performed by the owner of the wallet in, you know, so many days, say 180 days or something. Then at that point it would become, it would like step over into a recoverable state. Is that something that you guys have considered or spoken about?
Yeah, about that. It's about how our platform gonna work. When you register on our platform for a wheel or for a backup wallet, you should assign a check-in period, check-in time. And if you don't come back and check in that time, that specific time, the smart contract will allow the beneficiaries or the backup wallet to withdraw. Before that,
okay, perfect.
We are not allowed. Yeah.
Okay, that is great. That is great. You guys sound like you've knocked down the system like exactly the way that, you know, it needs to be. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know, just to touch on what Punter suggested on his first suggestion. Yeah, I think your idea is amazing. The concept is amazing, and I think that, you know, everyone in the crypto space will need it eventually. But yeah, I think the biggest challenges right now, you know, because I read through the white paper, is it wasn't clear on how easy it is for the beneficiary to offboard the assets. So if you guys can figure that out where it's easy for everyone, then I think you guys have something really big here.
It's only by clicking one button. You click on withdraw button and you can transfer your shares to your wallet.
Yes, but we will make lots of tutorial videos, tutorial contents before prior to our launch. Don't worry about that, because we know that we are a new service, new platform. We have to learn people. We have to tell about our project. We are totally open to answer all of the questions in our communities. As I said, we have lots of moderators in there, and they are ready to answer all of the questions.
And as a beneficiary, when you come to DApp, Demetra DApp, you can see if you are the beneficiary of any of the wallets, and you can withdraw, and the check-in time is over and you can withdraw. You will see the details of the shares and NFTs that you can withdraw, and you can just click on the button of withdraw and you will withdraw the assets.
Yes.
And one more thing that I want to mention is that if you don't need to lock your assets in your wallet, you actually just you can have your assets and you can do anything you want on the time that you are using that wallet. And after the death or after you lose your wallet and want to use the backup wallet, or your beneficiaries want to withdraw with that, it will withdraw from the balance of your wallet. So you can do anything with your wallet, with your assets, with your NFTs. If that's not available on the time of the withdrawal, that it's not available. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Do we have any other questions in the chat?
Yeah, just a quick one. I'm trying to find your Telegram. I found a Telegram group for like an announcements channel, but you guys just have an open general chat channel.
Yes, there is a Discuss channel as well. You can find that in the announcement channel. I will paste its link right here, right now. That's it.
Yeah. Please throw it up in the USA Crypto Group chat, so I can link over there.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. If we don't have any more questions at this time, I'd like to ask you guys to make a 2 to 3 minute pitch of what makes your project special and why everybody should buy into it.
Okay, our project is about a real remarkable concern that is in crypto space, which is losing crypto assets due to losing access to a wallet. There are lots of stories out there about losing huge wealth on wallets due to losing access to that wallet. For example, losing key phrases. Our project is a real practical solution to this concern. We are providing two services. One is the having a backup wallet for your assets, for your tokens and NFTs, and another is making a will for your assets and your tokens and your NFTs. In our platform, you can easily come and connect your wallets just like all other decentralized apps, dApps. You will connect your wallet, and in 4 easy steps, you can have backup wallet or make a will for your tokens and NFTs. In the first step, you just assign your beneficiaries. You can assign any wallet addresses from the same network, in this case BSC network, as your beneficiaries or as your backup wallet. And you can assign share for your beneficiaries. And your backup wallet will not have any share. You will just inherit all the assets from the lost wallet. But for the beneficiaries, you can assign also shares for each beneficiary. In the next step, in the second step, you will assign the tokens that you want to be in the will or in your backup. Because nowadays you may have lots of tokens, lots of airdrop tokens in your wallet, and you don't want to inherit them. They are not usable. So you can assign your wallets that you want to inherit. And in the next step, in the third step, you will see all of your NFTs in your wallet, and you can assign each of your NFTs to each of the beneficiaries you assign in the first step. And that's all it. And the next step will be just a review about all of your will. You will see all of your tokens, all of your beneficiaries with their NFTs, and you will assign your check-in period in the fourth step, and you will just click finish. And after that, if you lose your access to your wallet, or if you lose your private keys, it's not even a concern. It's nothing for you. You just can withdraw your assets safely from your wallet through the inheritance protocol. And in our solution, there is no need to trust anyone, anything. You should not pass your private keys or submit it or in our platform. You just go through steps, and after, if you lose your private keys, you can withdraw all of your assets. So you just have to trust our smart contract, which will be audited by Solidity and Certic as well. So, and another thing about our project is that if you want to go through legal stuff, for example, if you have a huge wallet and you want to go through legal stuff for the inheritance, you should pay lots of taxes, and you should trust at least a lawyer for your will, and you should pass your private keys to that trusted person. But in our solution, there will be no legal taxes. There will be no bank transactions. This is just like swap transactions, like sending tokens to another wallet, and there will be no taxes, and your data is not visible to public about your relations, about your beneficiaries, and you just need to trust the smart contract. And yes, let me tell about our token, about our private sale. The private sale rate is really good. It's really cheap right now. We just want to sell 5% of our, 5% of our allocation of DMT tokens in the private sale. Hard cap will be 300 BNBs. Rate will be 3.5 million per BNB. And the vesting plan for the private sale tokens will be, you will receive 50% on launch after the public sale and 50% after 15 days. So we just have 15 days vesting over 50% of the tokens. The minimum participation in the private sale will be 1.5 BNB, 0.5 BNB, sorry, and the maximum participation per address will be 20 BNBs. And another cool thing in private sale is that if you contribute more than 10 BNB in private sale, you will be exempted from paying any DMT token transaction fees for the lifetime. That address will be exempted from paying any DMT token transaction fees. And our pre-sale will be on Moonforce. About our token, it's the first token that will receive reward from both technologies, Elder swaps and swap 2.0 technology. Swap 2.0 will give the holders BNB reward, and in other transactions will give the holders RFI reward, reflection reward, which will be go automatically to their balance, to their wallet. There's no need to lock their tokens to a smart contract or stake it anywhere. There's no need of any extra transactions. They just need to hold their tokens in their wallet, and they will receive BNB rewards and reflection rewards as well.
Awesome. Thank you for the breakdown. So this is JM2 with USA Crypto Group. If you guys are looking for a great way to bypass the middleman and do straight transactions with friends or family, or even recover your wallet, this is a really creative solution to that. So with that, this is not financial advice. It's always important to do your own research. But we'd like to thank Demetra for coming in here. Once again, they are going to be the first project to launch on the Moonforce platform. So that's something to look into if you guys are interested. If you have any questions, please stop by their Telegram and let them know. They're very informational and they're more than willing to help. So with that, I'm going to toss the mic to Mike and he's going to go over the prize giveaway.
What's going on, guys? It's Mike here. That was an awesome AMA. I appreciate you coming in, Sarv, with your team there. And yeah, that was a lot you guys had to unpack, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. With that being said, go ahead, Sarv.
Nothing, just want to say hi to you and thank you for having us here. I think it was a good explanation of our project, and I really will be happy to catch you in our next time AMAs, which we want to show our platform. I think in 1 week or so in our AMA, in our community.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. So let me share my screen here. 1 second, guys. So first, we got a 4 whitelist spot spin for Demetra here. Let's get this shuffled up, bros and ladies.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
Number 1.
Wood.
Oh, that was close. Cheryl, congratulations. Won yourself a whitelist spot.
Congrats, Cheryl.
Who's going to be number 2?
That took me, Mike.
No, I left her name out purposely on this one. Eve, congratulations. Evely. I don't want to butcher it wrong. So congratulations, whitelist spot.
That's
Number 3. I might be coming for you, Seattle, but it's probably not. Gulsav, you were in my DMs earlier. Congratulations, buddy. Won yourself a whitelist spot.
Job.
One last final spin, and then we're going to swap it over to Cashola. Thiago, you're always in here. Good to see you win. That's our 4th and final winner for the whitelist spots. Let me just grab these names here and swap it over for cash.
Great job, everyone. This one has a lot of hype behind it because of who they're launching with and it being the first project. So those are pretty valuable spots.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We're gonna pull up my list again, which I get everybody. You know me. It's quite the list here. Let's see how many total participants. 94. We had 94 total in and out tonight. You know what it is. Some can stay longer, some can't. With that being said, we're going to pick one off the wheel here after a couple of shuffles for a $25 win. And also in the main chat, I'm sure USA is telling you how to win another $25 possibly, which I will be going into Demetra's Telegram group and having my daughter, to keep it transparent and random as possible, pick one of you that says USA group sent me. So with that being said, let's get this wheel spun up for the first $25 winner.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, just past you, Seattle.
Let's go.
Ricky, you're always here every single AMA. I'm glad you won that $25, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ricky.
With that being said, that's everybody off the wheel. And I'm going to get this worked on. Hold on 1 second here. I'm going to get this pinned with all the winners in the main chat very soon. With the AMA here recorded as well, we'll get a copy over to you as well, Sarv. And we appreciate everything. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate everything, and thank you for having us here. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too, Sarv.